now that you're working with Lesnar, what's your guys' relationship like going into it? Do you have mutual respect?
Yeah, we had a lot of respect, and we really took care of each other. We knew we were going to be so physical that one of us or both of us could get hurt. So everything was dependent on safety.
Right.
We did our wrestling at the beginning, our amateur wrestling, fireman's carry, singles, double legs, all that stuff. But when we got into the big moves, we really took care of each other. I remember when I German Brock, and he's such a great athlete, he flipped over and landed on his stomach. I was like, holy shit. I didn't do that, he did that.
Right.
He made me look like an animal. And so we complement each other. We tried to make each other look good. And you know, unfortunately, the match, we had the Iron Man match, which I thought was better than our WrestleMania match, happened to be on SmackDown. I don't know if that was good or bad, but I would consider that one of my best matches I had too.
Really?
Yeah.
It probably detracts a little bit that it was on SmackDown, but because the WrestleMania match is, I think, is
WrestleMania.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Going into the WrestleMania match, you were pretty banged up. Is that true?
Yeah, I had to have neck surgery, and I talked to Vince, and I told him, Vince, I got to have neck surgery. I'm sorry. He said, all right, well, you're going to have to lose the title to Brock on SmackDown 5 days before Mania then. And I said, all right, man, this sucks. So I called Brock and I apologized, and I told him, listen, we're going to have a match. It's going to be about 30 seconds.
What was his reaction?
He was upset. He wanted to have that WrestleMania with me.
Right.
We were both the best at the time. So I told him it's going to be on SmackDown, and it'll be 5 days before Mania. And he said, all right, no worries. I said, all you're going to do is F5 me, and I'm going to go have my surgery. So I went to my next door neighbor's house, and there's a really cool kid named Johnny Soretti. He's a 30-year-old. He has Down syndrome. Mm-hmm. And he showed me the DirecTV book cover. He said, Kurt, you're on the cover with Brock. And, it was just getting promoted everywhere, Angle, Brock, Lesnar, WrestleMania 19. And he said, you're not going to wrestle? And I started crying. I was like, man,
wow.
This kid, he touched me. Not only did he touch me, but everybody's expecting this match. All these fans are expecting me to wrestle Brock. They don't want to see a 30-second match on SmackDown. So I called Vince. Without asking my doctor, I called Vince and said, listen, I'll do the Mania match. I'll have surgery afterward. He said, I don't know about that. I said, no, he wouldn't do it now because the company's publicly traded.
Sure.
I said, I'm okay. I'll get through it. He said, all right, thank you. And so we had the match at WrestleMania. And, man.
Nervous?
Yeah. I knew Brock was going to take care of me, but I knew that it was inevitable. I was going to take bumps and feel pain. I'd probably make my neck worse off. But Brock, when he did the shooting star and landed on his head, I thought we were both going to have surgery that week.
He comes up and he's glossy-eyed. What's going through your mind?
I didn't know if he was going to be able to finish the match. I covered him, and I was hoping to God he kicked because there was no way in hell I was going to have another match.
Right.
And drop the title. He kicked, and I asked him if he could F5 me. And he said, I don't know. I went, oh, shit. So I pulled him up by his head. I said, do you think he can F5 me? He said, I think so. And when I lifted him up, I said, kick me in the gut. He kicked me, and it was instinct. He kicked me, got me up, and did it, and covered me. Then, after the match was over, he was supposed to come over and pick me up and hug me. I'm waiting on the other side of the ring for 5 minutes. I'm like, holy shit, I think we're off the air by now.
Right.
I said, Kyoto, the referee, I said, get his fucking ass over here so he could pick me up and hug me so we can get out of here. And he went over and told Brock still didn't move. I was like, so I went over there and I hugged him,
right.
Raised his arm, and I got out. And then Brock would not go to the hospital. We couldn't get him to calm down. He wouldn't. He kept saying he was fine, and he wasn't.
Was he disoriented?
Yeah, he couldn't even look at me. He was looking beyond me, and he would not go to the hospital. Finally, I got him to calm down and get an ambulance and go. But I was like, shit, I'm worried about myself. I have to worry about this guy too. But he was okay, and unfortunately he got a concussion, but he didn't hurt his neck. Of course, it's like 30 inches
I was
anyway.
gonna
So
say, like,
yeah, he's a monster.
that's incredible. What's Vince McMahon's reaction after that? Does he come to you like with your surgery? I mean, is he beside himself?
Yeah, no, he was cool, man. He was happy. He was happy that we were able to get through it. He was happy that Brock didn't break his neck. And for me, yeah, I had a lot of pain that match, and I probably made it worse. But the surgery was a success, and I was back in 2 months.